Ever had a woman you're into completely ghost you? You shoot her a text, your heart racing as you wait for a reply, but all you get is deafening silence. You spot her online, sharing updates and having fun, yet she won't even acknowledge you. It's a gut-wrenching experience, isn't it? You begin to question everything. Did I say something wrong? Am I coming on too strong? You replay every conversation, desperately searching for answers. But here's the harsh reality. Her silence isn't about you, it's about her. And here's the kicker. We're going to turn this situation into your advantage. In this video, I'll reveal how to adopt a Stoic mindset to reclaim your power. By the end, you'll know exactly how to flip the script when she ignores you, emerging stronger than ever. Let's face it, women often test you by going silent, gauging your reaction. This isn't random, it's a calculated challenge. If you spiral into emotional chaos, she wins. But if you maintain your cool and confidence, you come out on top. Today, I'm going to show you how to take control when a woman ignores you. Not by playing mind games, but by evolving into the most unshakable, self-controlled version of yourself. Think of this as your ultimate guide to handling rejection, like a Stoic king. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Why she might be ignoring you, and why it doesn't matter. Let's set the record straight. When a woman chooses to ignore you, it can feel like a direct hit to your confidence and sense of self. You start questioning every move, replaying every message, wondering, what did I do wrong? But here's the kicker. It's usually not about you at all. In the realm of modern dating, there are layers of mind games, hidden agendas, and subtle power dynamics at play. People, especially in dating, are often seeking validation and trying to gain control over each other's emotions. Maybe she's testing your level of interest by ignoring you. Perhaps she wants to see how far she can push you to gauge your reaction. Or she could just be genuinely busy with work, friends, or her own life. It's also possible she's simply not as into you as you thought. But here's the game-changing truth. None of these reasons truly matter. What really matters is how you choose to respond to her silence. If you find yourself waiting, checking your phone every 5 minutes, and wondering why she hasn't replied, you're handing over all the power to her. You're giving her control over your emotions, your day, and even your self-worth. And that's the last thing you want to do. This is where Stoicism becomes your secret weapon. Stoic philosophy teaches one critical lesson. While we can't control what others do, we can always control our reactions. When she ignores you, resist the trap of overthinking. Don't spiral into self-doubt. Instead, recognize that her actions are outside your control. Focus on what you do have power over, your response. Control what you can. What to do when a woman ignores you. When faced with a woman who's ignoring you, it's essential to remember a fundamental principle of Stoicism. There's a clear distinction between what you can control and what you can't. You can't control whether she responds, but you can control your reaction to her silence. So instead of chasing after her, choose to do nothing. That's right, nothing. This isn't about ignoring her out of spite. It's about showing that her lack of response doesn't shake your composure. By refraining from action, you take back the power. You demonstrate that her behavior doesn't affect your mood, your actions, or your confidence. When she goes silent, it can feel like you've lost control. However, this is where your Stoic strength shines. You have the power to control your emotional response, which is ultimately what matters. Many guys, in this situation, feel desperate and resort to double texting, or worse, sending angry messages demanding to know why she hasn't replied. This reaction goes against the very essence of Stoicism. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our composure and strength, regardless of the circumstances. It's about holding on to your dignity and showing that you don't need her validation. When you remain unaffected, you provoke her curiosity and make her wonder about you. Imagine you've been texting and suddenly she ghosts you. You might feel tempted to send another message, seeking clarity. Resist that urge. If she wants to ignore you, that's her choice. Focus on your life. When you refuse to respond to her silence with neediness, you showcase that you are different. A man who is in control of his emotions. Think back to a time when you were ghosted after a great conversation or date, and suddenly, nothing. Most guys would panic, asking themselves what they did wrong or trying to win her back with desperate messages. But what if, Instead of chasing after her, you chose to do nothing. What if you focused on yourself? Hit the gym, work on your goals, and let her silence fade into the background. Not only would this spark her curiosity, but it would also boost your self-confidence. By taking a step back, you regain the power. And if she never reaches out again, so what? You've already moved on and improved yourself in the process. Number 1, shift the focus back to you. Here's your first actionable step, and it's one of the most crucial things you can do. Instead of fixating on her silence, redirect all that attention and energy back toward yourself. Her ignoring you isn't a reason to spiral. It's a golden opportunity to improve your life and level up in meaningful ways. This is your moment to invest in yourself, strengthen your mind, body, and goals. So what does this look like in practice? Hit the gym and commit to your fitness journey. Focus on those personal or professional goals you've been postponing, whether it's mastering a new skill or launching a passion project. Dive into your hobbies and the activities that ignite your enthusiasm. Surround yourself with uplifting people who value you for who you are. The more you invest in your own growth, the more you'll realize that her ignoring you is insignificant in the grand scheme of things. In fact, as you prioritize yourself, you naturally become more attractive, not just to her, but to everyone around you. Remember, women aren't drawn to men who chase them out of desperation. They gravitate toward those who are focused on their own mission, purpose, and path. Think back to a time when you were fully immersed in pursuing your goals. Maybe you were regularly hitting the gym and seeing real progress, or you were knee-deep in building a business, sacrificing and witnessing your dreams materialize. Perhaps you were learning a new skill and improving every day. During those moments, you likely weren't preoccupied with texting back and forth or waiting for replies. Instead, you were laser-focused on becoming the best version of yourself. That's the energy and mindset you need to bring to every relationship and interaction. When you prioritize your goals and happiness, people can sense it, and guess what? They will naturally be drawn to you, including her. She'll start to wonder what's changed, why you're not reacting as you used to, and why you suddenly seem even more attractive. All of this happens because you chose to make yourself the focus. Number 2, use reverse psychology. You may have heard about reverse psychology in the dating world. While it's often misused, it can be extremely powerful when applied correctly. Here's the key. When she ignores you, don't chase her, ignore her back. But there's a twist. Ignore her in a way that shows you're unaffected, not bitter. This isn't about playing games, it's about demonstrating strength. The moment you stop seeking her validation and show that her silence has no power over you, she'll start to wonder why. When you withhold the attention she expects, you shift the entire dynamic. This puts you back in the driver's seat, not through manipulation, but by showing you're not controlled by your emotions or her actions. Remember, it's not about who texts first, it's about who maintains control. Imagine this scenario. You've texted her a few times, and she hasn't responded. You might be tempted to send another message, or even worse, ask why she's ignoring you. Instead, resist that urge. Rather than double texting or getting emotional, do nothing. Let it go and focus on living your life. Share pictures of yourself out with friends, hitting the gym, or working on your goals, but don't reach out to her. Before long, she'll start to wonder, why isn't he chasing me? Did I lose him? Is he talking to someone else? Has he moved on? When she eventually reaches out, and she will, respond calmly and with minimal emotional investment. Don't bring up her silence or ask why she ignored you. Respond as if nothing happened. You've now shifted the power dynamic completely in your favor without lifting a finger. You haven't reacted to her bait, which makes you appear confident, strong, and most importantly, emotionally in control. That's the true power of reverse psychology in dating. Number 3, stay calm and unbothered. One of the biggest mistakes men make when a woman ignores them is losing their cool. They may start to feel anxious, frustrated, or even angry, which is precisely what you want to avoid. When you lose your composure, you hand over all the power to her. She can sense your emotional instability, and that gives her control. Instead, adopt a stoic response. Stay calm and composed, refusing to let anything shake you, no matter what she does. Your mindset should resemble that of someone who is grounded, centered, and emotionally untouchable. This isn't about pretending you don't care. It's about genuinely not allowing her actions to dictate your emotional state. Mastering this level of emotional control not only makes you feel better, but also makes you more attractive. People, especially women, are naturally drawn to those who exude calm confidence and aren't easily rattled by life's minor disruptions. In the long run, calmness conveys power, and power is irresistible. So the next time she ignores you, resist the urge to react emotionally or impulsively. Take a deep breath, step back, and remind yourself, her actions do not define your worth as a person. You alone decide how you feel, not her. Instead of stressing or replaying every conversation in your head, engage in activities that strengthen your sense of calm. Go for a long run to release pent-up frustration, blast some music that makes you feel unstoppable, or dive into a project that needs your attention. What you're doing is taking control of the situation by shifting your focus away from her and back onto yourself. In doing so, you maintain your emotional power. You show her that you're not at the mercy of her responses, reinforcing to yourself that you are in control of your own emotional experience. That kind of control is magnetic. When she sees that you haven't been affected by her ignoring you, she'll start to question why she doesn't have the impact she expected. That's when the power shifts. Number 4, detaching from the outcome. Regaining your power. Detach from the outcome. Whether she responds or not, whether she likes you or not, your peace remains unshaken. This is true power. When you stop fixating on the outcome, you liberate yourself from the emotional roller coaster of dating. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care about her. It means you prioritize your well-being over her attention. This crucial mindset shift allows you to reclaim control in any relationship. By detaching, you stop handing over your happiness and self-worth to someone else, regaining ownership of your emotions and your life. When you truly detach, you cease to worry about her thoughts, actions, or lack of response. You become calm, collected, and self-assured. People, including women, are naturally drawn to those who don't desperately seek validation. By detaching from the outcome, you demonstrate self-respect and the willingness to walk away from situations that don't serve you. This shift helps you shed feelings of neediness and anxiety, making you someone she respects and is more likely to pursue. Think about a time when you were overly attached to an outcome, whether it was a job interview, a date, or waiting for a text. The more you worried about how things would turn out, the more anxious you became. Your mind raced, replaying scenarios and imagining worst-case outcomes. Now, envision letting go of that mental noise. Picture yourself being at peace with any outcome, knowing you will be fine regardless of what happens. This is the essence of Stoic detachment, embracing the idea that whatever unfolds is meant to happen, and your peace isn't contingent on others' actions or opinions. When you can genuinely detach from whether she responds, you experience true freedom. You no longer feel the need to chase or seek validation through her actions. This freedom is incredibly attractive. It exudes confidence. Confidence draws people in. It communicates to the world and to yourself that your happiness stems from internal stability and self-control, not external validation. Here's the bottom line. When a woman ignores you, it's easy to panic. Most guys chase after her, overthink every little detail, and ultimately lose control. But not you, not anymore. Today, you're armed with the tools, mindset, and knowledge to flip the script. When she turns away, see it as your opportunity to stand out. Show her that you're different, unshaken, and in control. Instead of reacting, take charge. Stay calm and confident, mastering your emotions. This not only makes you more attractive, but empowers you in every aspect of your life. Think about it. How many men do you know who let their emotions dictate their actions? How many spiral out of control when faced with indifference? You're not going to be one of those guys. You'll be the man who remains composed, focusing on your own growth rather than seeking validation. This isn't just about dealing with a woman ignoring you. It's about mastering your entire life. When you gain control over your emotions, you become free from the weight of others' opinions and decisions. And that freedom? It's magnetic. Women notice it, people respect it, and most importantly, you will feel it. From this moment on, don't just play the dating game, master it. Be the man who is always in control. If this message resonates with you, it's time to take action. Don't walk away from this video and forget what you've learned. Hit that subscribe button and join a community of men dedicated to mastering their emotions, relationships, and lives. Don't wait for the next time she ignores you to start building yourself up. Start now. Start today. This is about more than dating advice. It's about becoming the man you're meant to be, the man who doesn't just react, but takes control.